Hi, my name is Eric Marcanio, and I'll be presenting for Group VB10. My teammates Rashab, Jayant, Siraj, and me built a dating app called SmartMatch. In our current age of technology, more than 30% of marriages are starting from a digital source. Seeing as though there's a large market for this app, we developed a dating app to better match people with similar interests. Next, we'll go over some of our project features. So to start off, we will just register as a new user. So I'll just enter my name and my email. And just put in a simple password so we don't forget it. And I'm going to say I'm a male, and this is my phone number. So SmartMatch matches males with females, so I will be put into a male table, and I will be matched with other females that have similar quiz scores. So when you first register your page, you want to get a quiz score in. So you want to answer this truthfully. So I'm full of energy. I'll say agree strongly. I get blue and depressed. Disagree strongly. I'm quiet. I'll say disagree a little. And this test is just basically designed to kind of understand what this person is, like what their personality is like. I'm compassionate and have a soft heart. I'll say agree a little. I can be rude to others. Disagree a little. I'm fascinated by art and literature. I'll say agree a little. I have few artistic interests. I'll say disagree strongly. I prefer to have others take charge. I would say I'm neutral on that. I'm dominant and act as a leader. I would say agree a little. I'm reliable and can always be counted on. I could say agree a little. And then finally, I'm original and come up with new ideas. I would say agree strongly. So now that we took our quiz, we can see our quiz results and what we put in for the quiz, and we can go to our profile. So here I am, Eric Marcanio. I am reliable and always can be counted on. That came from our quiz. And now I currently have a user. We can see our database. We made eric1@gmail.com, and then when we finish the quiz, it gave a quiz score to the database to be used to find matches. So going over one of our first features, we will just go to settings and then log out. So we could just log back into that user just to show login and register, both features. Now when I log into my account, I have this like before. I can add a new bio and say, I like to go outdoors. And now that, match page button. Now that will be added to my bio and it'll also be added to the database so others can see my bio. Next, we can go over to our match page. And this page is filled by users that have a similar score to me. So as you can see, I have Sophia on here, and I could message her by clicking this button. And yeah. Next, we will go into the feedback page. And the feedback page, we can kind of offer a little bit of feedback on the app. So my name is Eric, and I could say that the app could look a little better, just as a suggestion. And then on the section, we have severities. So I could basically say like this is an idea, or a suggestion more so. So I could say 2, and we categorize our feedback page into positive feedback, suggestions, ideas, minor bugs, and major bugs. Minor bugs and major bugs are set to a high priority on our emailing list, so we can kind of get to them if there's a problem. And we're just going to go to submit that. We can see it successfully submitted it. And if we just look on our email right here, we can see that we got an email from Eric saying the app could look a little better. Yeah, so also on the settings page, I can kind of select if I am a smoker, have that enabled so that others can see that I'm a smoker. If I'm enrolled in education, I can say that I'm enrolled in education, and others can also see that. You're also able to change your username or password if that ever needs to happen. And yeah, so I'm going to give it over to Rashab. He is going to be demoing the messaging page.
Hi, so over here I'm gonna show you the chat feature for our app SmartMatch. So suppose like Rishabh is a user and Jasmine is one of the matches of the profile Rishabh, and suppose he wants to like send a message to the Jasmine. So he clicks on Jasmine and it says like it gets updated chat with Jasmine, and then he types a message. And then he sends it over here. So as soon as it gets sent, you could see like there's like a notification that Jasmine gets that okay, here's the message that has been received from Rishabh. And as soon as she clicks on it, you can see like there's a display, and also we have made sure like the time are also being provided with a chat. So um, if Jasmine is replying to Rishabh, it would be like, and as you see, like as soon as she sends the message from here, Rishabh is responding. Also, over here this functionality lets you search for all the matches. So suppose um, there's like a match for Rishabh that we have already been known. Suppose it's called Julie. So if he says enter to the chat, and if you refresh, you could see like Julie is over here, and then Rishabh can chat with Julie at the same time. That is our chat feature.
Next, we'll be going over some of our technical specs. We had an Android 6.0 app we programmed in Java, XML, and MySQL, and the main development environment was Android Studio for the front end for the Java and XML, and Visual Studio Code for the back end. We ran the front end on a Nexus 5X API 30 as our virtual device. What went right? So we developed a fully functioning dating app, and I think we worked well with our teammates, seeing as though we had a teammate in India, so the time zone kind of offered a road bump, but we use Discord frequently to be up to date with our teammates and just make sure we're all working on the correct things. In terms of what went wrong, there was certain features that were kind of lacking behind. For example, we had the profile page that was not up to speed with the matching of users, so we kind of had to backtrace and finish up those before we finished up the app. And I think this could be a contribution of the miscommunication and on what people were building. And this was kind of seen where we had two people working on the back end, building sort of similar things, and we realized that we only needed to implement one. So we could have worked better with communication on what we were building. And all the features that we initially thought were going to be able to implement were not. And this is seen in the profile picture. We could not get the profile picture to pull from the back end. But things we learned were we are very good at merge requests now, and basically reviewing each other's code and seeing that there was no errors in the code and making sure it works with other features in the app was something we definitely learned. And this was seen on the activity board because we all had our features on the activity board. We could see what people are working on and if they need help or if there's just like certain errors we need to get through. And yeah, so in the end, we worked really good as a front end, back end team. Kind of just keeping on the same page and seeing what we need to work on in our corresponding spots. And that is it. So thank you for viewing this presentation.